Taehyung's unused room. Tears well up in your eyes. He coupled your face. Taehyung, you please forgive me for all my wrongdoings. I can't change our past, but I promise to make our present and future beautiful. You nodded silently. You control your tears. Taehyung, I lied to you. I lied to you about my pregnancy. I can become a mother. I just wanted to know. Taehyung interrupted you, saying, It's okay, I am not angry with you, don't worry. They were looking into each other's eyes, and you could see passion, desire, and love in his gaze. You slowly lowered your gaze and said quietly, Taehyung, I want our child back. Can you give me one? At first, Taehyung was confused, but later understood your words. Taehyung, are you sure? You nodded shyly. Slowly, he leaned towards your lips, drawing into a world of passion. Time skips. 1 month later, 1 month had passed and life was peaceful for Taehyung and you. Taehyung spent most of his time with you and you was happy with this new changed version of him. Now you was lying on the bed thinking deeply when Taehyung entered the room and sat beside you. Taehyung, what are you thinking? You, I am scared, turned towards him. He frowned upon hearing your answer. You slowly took his hand, placed it on your belly. You, I am pregnant, Taehyung. I am scared for our child. I don't want to lose him or her again. Taehyung was on cloud nine after hearing your words. Taehyung kissed your forehead and said excitedly, Really? You are going to be a mother? I am the happiest man on earth. Thank you so much, you. I am so happy. I love you so much. You smiled faintly, seeing your worry. He gently held your hand. Taehyung, you, I promise this time nothing will happen to our child. I will make sure of it. And don't worry, trust God. This time He will protect our baby. You smiled genuinely, feeling reassured. You had faith that God would not let anything happen to your child. Then Taehyung took you in his arm and held you tightly. They spent the whole night talking about the child. Time skips 2 days later. The palace was filled with sadness. Early in the morning, Fire gave birth to a stillborn child. The sorrow in the palace was palpable. You and Taehyung were deeply saddened for Fire and Dev. Time skips 1 week later. In living room, Dev called everyone to the palace. He wanted to confess something to the whole family. Taehyung was sitting in his seat with his parents, you, Fire, Naira, and everyone else in the corner of the palace. Dev stood in the middle of the hall. He slowly folded his hands. Dev, I want to confess something. I have done so many bad things in my life, and my child received all the punishment. Tears welled up in his eyes. He continued. I was 10 when I entered this palace with my mom. I loved Taehyung as my brother. He gave me everything just like an elder brother. But my mom started filling my ears with lie about Taehyung. She told me that Taehyung was doing everything as charity. Slowly I started seeing everything as charity. If he gave me his favorite horse or cloth, instead of seeing it as a, I saw it as was charity. Mom told me it was my right to become king, as she was older than Taehyung father. She couldn't get her right because she was a woman. Gradually, I started drugging Taehyung so he couldn't have an heir, and I could become king. But we forgot one thing: God is there. He sent you, which was no less than a miracle. Then I planned to kill Taehyung, but again he survived. I did so many wrong things to become king. I am deeply sorry for all my deeds. I am the culprit. I am ready for any punishment. They turned towards Faira. I am sorry, Faira. Our child and you were punished without any crime. It is all happened because of me. Then he turned to Naira and said, I am sorry, Naira, for playing with your emotion. Please forgive me if possible. They turned to you. I am sorry, you sister-in-law. Trust me, I never wanted to kill you or your child. Finally, he turned to Taehyung and said, But I am sorry for everything. I am ready to do anything for your forgiveness. There was pin drop silence when Naira walked towards Dev and said, turning to Taehyung, Naira, I was also at fault. I am ready for any punishment. Then she confessed her crime. Everyone was shocked to hear her confession. After hearing everything, Taehyung walked toward them. Taehyung, Dev, I forgive you for everything. God has already punished you for your crime. Nothing is worse than losing your child. I forgive you, but I still want you to go to a nearby old age home and stay there for 2 months, helping the elderly. Also, you are not my culprit. You are Pyra and Naira's culprit for playing with their emotions. Dev nodded slowly. Then Taehyung turned towards Naira, snatched her the chin and rubbed off her permissively, shocking everyone, including Naira. Taehyung, Naira, don't worry, I am not punishing you, but freeing you from this namesake relationship. I want you to marry someone who can love you wholeheartedly and give you everything you deserve. After that, he dismissed the meeting. Taehyung's grandmother marched towards Dev and slapped him hard. She then asked Taehyung, "Grandmother, Taehyung, they tried to kill you and you forgive them. Why?" Taehyung, "Grandma, I don't have the right to punish anyone when I was at fault," said calmly. He continued, "They tried to kill me for the crown, but what about me? I married you for the crown, even though I was already married to Naira. I was wrong. I married you for a year and planned to take her child. I was wrong. I was blind because of power." Taehyung, "I don't think I deserve a second chance, but still, you forgive me and give me one. And about Naira, if the situation were reversed, if Naira had the same problem as me, what you have done, you would have asked me to leave Naira and marry someone else. But in Naira's case, you didn't care about anything just because she is a girl. You don't consider her needs, right?" Everyone remained silent. He continued, "Taehyung, if she did wrong by loving you, then I also did wrong by marrying you. I guess we both are at fault." After saying this, he held Hannah and walked to his room. Time skips 3 days later. 3 days passed and Naira forgave Dev, but Faira wasn't speaking to him. She couldn't believe he could stoop so low for the crown. In garden, Faira was sitting in the garden when you sat beside her. "You, Faira, I know it is not my place to say anything, but just want to ask one question. Do you love Dev, brother?" Faira looked at you and nodded silently. Seeing her reply, you said, "You, then forgive him. I know his mistake was huge, but his love for you was pure. At least give him a chance to repent. If you love him, don't let him go, especially when he is regretting his deeds and confessing his crime. You both have lost your child. I can feel your pain. Now it is time to support each other." Farah didn't say anything, but you patted her shoulder and left. Sometime in Dev and Farah's room, Farah entered her room and lay down on her side bed. She was lying with her hand over her eyes. When Dev entered the room, he said, knowing she was awake, "Dev, tomorrow I am going to old age home. I hope after 2 months. When I return, you will have forgiven me." After saying this, he lay down on his side. Time skips. Next morning, outside the palace, everyone stood outside the palace to bid farewell to Dev. He touched the elder feet, and when he reached Taehyung, he bent down, but Taehyung held his shoulder and hugged him. "Taehyung, I want my old Dev back when you come after 2 months. I want my younger brother Dev, who used to come to his brother for every little thing while breaking the hub." Dev nodded with teary eyes and hugged him again. As Dev was about to leave, he heard Farah's voice. "Farah, Dev, where are you going without me?" He turned towards Farah and saw her walking towards him. "Dev, Farah, you are coming with me?" in surprise. "Farah, yes, I am your wife. How can you go without me?" with a smile. "Dev, Farah, I am happy you want to come with me, but I don't want you to feel uncomfortable. Stay here." With a smile, "Farah, no, I don't want anything except my husband. I am coming with you. It will help us forget the pain of losing our child. Please," pleaded. They nodded and they left after taking the elder's blessing. Time skips 2 months later. Taehyung and you announced your pregnancy. Later, Taehyung was declared kingdom's new king. 6 months later, today was Naira wedding. Few months ago, Taehyung and his family had started looking for a groom for Naira, and today was her wedding. She was happy with the marriage as King Abi was a nice man and didn't care about her past. It was Naira's favorite time. She looked at you, who was standing beside Taehyung with your hand on your 8-month belly. Naira walked up to you. Naira joined her hands. "I did so many wrong things to you. Please forgive me." You nodded with a smile and hugged her. "Taehyung, Naira, I am always here as your friend. This is your home, and you will always be welcome here." Naira nodded with a smile. Time skips. A month later, you give birth to twins. Then they live happily.